right now.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stinkpot Shack Show here on a Thursday night, Art of Conquest night. So are you guys getting ready for the 4th of July celebration coming up next Wednesday? So as a result of that, we will not be streaming next Tuesday. So just a little heads up for that. I'll put it out on Instagram, an updated schedule for next week, but that's the day before July 4th, so you guys will probably be busy traveling or doing stuff with family anyway, at least in the United States. So next Tuesday we will not be streaming. So welcome, Janet, to the channel. Good to have you here. What is your wish going to be tonight, Janet? And you can't give it away because there's nobody to give it away to yet, so use it wisely. So let's see here. Let me turn off my stuff. Oh, I forgot to do that. Oh, nope, it's still on. Okay, perfect. So, hey, Kevin, welcome to the show, aka Irule's dad, I believe. So, welcome here as well. Let me turn on the game music for everybody. So, try to connect. You having a little problems, Kevin? So what we're gonna be talking about tonight, guys, are like I said, I'm gonna show you how I think you guys should approach the best way on how you guys can find the perfect dragon, and you know, take it with a grain of salt, learn from it, and help me learn from it. So if you have any suggestions or feedback, feel free to put it in the live chat. So probably about every 10 minutes, we're going to start a mini game where you guys can have a chance to earn more stink bombs than usual. So stay tuned for that if you're interested in earning some more stink bombs, because the more you have, the better rank you have. So let's go ahead and get started. I've saved quite a few eggs up over time. So look at this. I got all these eggs. Some of them are hatched. Some of them are not hatched. Now, the first thing that you want to have as a word of caution here is keep in mind, if you're already using a dragon, you can only have one active dragon at any given time. So do not, like I said, if I take this one that's already hatched down here, if I were to go ahead and hit train, then my current dragon would go away, and that would be something I would not want. So just be very careful as you go through and compare all of these eggs, that you don't replace the dragon you really want to keep. So let's see. Kevin says, if you merge with my server, King said you could join us and have a house. Well, I am not. Thanks for the offer, Kevin, but I am not interested in having my own house, because that is a huge responsibility. I'm already clan leader in Clash of Clans and Clash Royale, and I gotta, you know, make time for this show. So I'm all leadered out at the moment, but I do appreciate the offer, my friend. But let's get talking some dragons here. So finding the perfect dragon takes some patience, I would have to say. So let's go ahead and open up. We'll hatch this first one here and check out the abilities. It costs 1,000 gold, 1,000 elixir each time you want to do so. And hatch away it is. And right there, it'll show you right off the bat what abilities are available to you. Now, you kind of have an idea of what quality of abilities are going to be available based upon the color of the egg. And as we've talked about in previous videos, you want, you know, the colors of these skills follows the same as crafting. Your purples are better than your blues and so on. So me personally, I say hold out for those epic and legendary skills, but also be cognizant of these blue ones, because some of them might be worthwhile. Now, a lot of people, when they first think, okay, dragon, what am I going to do with the dragon? I'm going to fight with a dragon. Well, that is really your personal preference. It's my personal preference not to fight with a dragon, because face it, if you use it in PvP, you better make darn sure he's not going to die. And with skills out there like Focus Fire and other targeting abilities, a real life player would not hesitate to take out your dragon first. So I do not recommend using it in PvP unless you're really skilled at it and can pretty much guarantee you're going to win. Secondly, the dragon uses a lot of energy, so the really only place I would use him in combat is probably the Void or any challenge-based system like that, because you're going to need that extra DPS. But let's face it, if you've used any dragon for any considerable amount of time, we'll go ahead and do this now to do a quick little test, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here. So let me go find somebody to do battle with. And if we can find one on the way, we'll pick it up. So let's see here. Doopy doopy doop. So how you guys doing tonight? It is hotter than I care to want it to be. No matter how much I turn my AC down, it is unbearable even in the comfort of air conditioning. It just cannot keep up with this insane heat that's going around the country right now. So yeah, it's only going to get worse. The heat index around here is going to get up to like 110, so pretty crazy stuff. So let me find one out. And let's find a good, man, I've cleared pretty much everything on this route. Oh, here's one right here. We'll do this little guy here. So if I use my regular army and throw in my current dragon, we'll do that right here. Recall dragon. We'll throw him in, and we'll use spray and pray and everything else that focuses on DPS. So there's... Oh, I don't have a Jacques in here, so... Alright, so we'll just use this, and we'll just wait, because this is a pretty easy battle, so yeah. But the main thing I wanted to point out is if you click that little graph bar at the bottom, 9 times out of 10, your dragon is not going to be your highest damage dealer. Now let's go ahead and find a harder battle, and so we can have a little bit of a longer battle, and I can show you a better demographic there. Let me collect this loot real quick. And boop-a-doop-a-doop. Alright, so let's look at this one. We'll enter this. Yeah, level 8 troops, and I have a level 9 troop, so that'll be a good battle here. Let's go ahead and use last, and we'll throw Jacques in here, some good fun, as well as Rose, because they are high in DPS. So if you use the best of your armies, you're going to see what I'm talking about here. So go in here and use my spray or pray, and we'll follow that up with my reload ammunition in just a second. Reload, reload, reload. Boom, there it is. So, the dragon's going nuts, he's doing his thing, but the problem with the dragon is look how slow he maneuvers. And his abilities are far and few in between. It's not like a dwarf with the rocket blasters who are just constantly firing off shots or anything. So basically what I'm saying, guys, is it doesn't have a high DPS value or rate of fire, if you will. Look at this. Spiders do more damage than it. The gold mechs do more damage than it, and the gold mechs are pretty much tanks only. So in that battle, that lasted what, 30 seconds? He did 21,000 damage, and that's a legendary dragon that I'm using. So that's, you know, I'm sure there's players out there that have examples that, you know, specialize in DPS on their dragon, but for the most part your dragon's not going to be a high DPS guy, especially if you're in the Void and you have those time challenges. Not going to be the best unit to use. So that is when a light bulb went off in my head, and I said, okay, since it's risky to use in combat, and I only want to mainly use it in some of the time challenges, so 9 times out of 10, you're not going to have a lot of use for this dragon. So, that's when the light bulb went off, and I decided maybe I could focus on this dragon to help with stuff that I do on a daily basis. So when I say we're gonna find your your perfect dragon, that's gonna be your preference. So before you start off on this quest on finding your perfect dragon, you've first got to realize, okay, what am I going to specialize in? Do I want a dragon I'm going to focus on doing the most DPS I can, or do I want him to do other stuff, and so on and so forth. So AJ, welcome to the channel, my friend. Good to have you here on this show. Any advice for a young man who wants to join the WNBA? Yep, you gotta shoot those 3-pointers blindfolded. If you can master that, then you'll be on your way to the WNBA in a heartbeat. So there we go. Thanks for the question. So alright guys, so that's what I had in mind when I decided that I wanted to maximize the dragon for my own benefit. So here comes in the fact that we're going to go back to our dragon lair. And we're going to hatch some more of these eggs to find some of these skills that I'm talking about here. So we'll hatch this one and see what we have. So lesser treasure hunting, improved logistic acumen, and maybe improved mech predation and tranquility. So let's take a look at those abilities right now. So this is what I'm talking about, guys. Lesser treasure hunting increases the amount of gold, elixir, and lumber you receive from dungeons by 0.8%. Now that, to me, sounds like a very useful skill because dungeons are a big part of this game. It's something you do on a daily basis. So why not get more loot from it? Let's look at some of these others. Logistic acumen increases the amount of gold, elixir, and lumber you receive from delivering resource wagons. There it is again, more loot from resource wagons. Now, when I compare the treasure hunting and the acumen with each other, I tend to favor treasure hunting because dungeons, whatever loot I get from that, it's going to be 100% my loot. Whereas the resource wagons, if there's a high dollar value in that escort, chances are it's going to get robbed and you won't get 100% of the loot. So in my mind, treasure hunting is the better of those two skills. And that Bellfire is DPS, so we're going to skip that. Improved tranquility. So this is a healing nearby friendly units. So that might be useful, but you kind of have to weigh, is the space that he takes up on the field worth the extra healing? So that's the question you should ask yourself on that one. And then the mech predation increases damage dealt. Okay, so that's another damage dealer. So a little bit of a different skill set there. Now let's keep opening up some more of these eggs and see what other skills might be out there. Hey Stefan, welcome to the channel, my friend. Welcome back to the Stinkpot Shack Show. How are you doing tonight, my friend? What time is it for you? Is it early in the morning? So on this one we have some similar skills. Lesser tranquility, lesser barbarism is a different one, and humanoid predation and alacrity. So we'll take a look at those skills. Arrow blast, damage dealer. Lesser tranquility is another healer. Barbarism increases critical hit chance of friendly melee units, and then the alacrity is attack speed, humanoid predation. So yeah, all those. If you're into damage, those skills might be useful to you, but they're not useful to me because it's not something that I can do on a daily basis. And when I say daily basis, I mean a large quantity of my online time. Like dungeons, you can definitely benefit from that. There's a lot more dungeons out there than there are, you know, Siege, PvP, and so forth. So we'll hatch another one. Lesser treasure hunting. So you can see that they're starting to become very similar. So we'll just keep opening some more skills here and see if there's anything else that might be out there. Fire blast, lesser fortitude might be one we want to look at. Let's look at that one. Lesser fortitude increases the health. Okay, not really something I thought it was. And we'll open this one. 3 a.m. Wow. Wow, I feel pretty special, Stefan. Thanks for taking the time out of your dreams or your nightmares. That sounds familiar. It's like I have heard that before. Huh. Maybe one of my October Halloween specials. I can't remember. But anywho, thanks for being here, Stefan. Do you have any questions about Art of Conquest? Are there any games out there that are brand new to you? Just anything you want to talk about, just throw it in chat and we'll get going. And in the meantime, we will do our first mini game. So here's your chance to earn some free stink bombs. All you have to do is type exclamation point Vault Assault and then space and the number of stink bombs you would like to wager, just like I did right there in the live chat. And now it says, I am trying to get a crew together to steal stink bombs from the secret bunker vault. Type exclamation point Vault Assault space amount. So you can type exclamation point stink bombs and it'll show you a total of how many you have, and that's how many you'll have to wager. So I have 2148. So the maximum you can wager is 500 stink bombs. So the more everybody wagers, the bigger the vault gets and the better chance you'll have at getting more stink bombs. So you're missing a K. It's not skin bombs. That's pretty funny. Stink bombs. So there's that. So let's look at these. Yeah, those are pretty much the same skills we've seen. I'm just going to go through these at a faster rate until I find some skills that we have not looked at yet. Nope. Non-combat skills is what we're focusing on. This is what I'm focusing on tonight anyway. Lesser affluence. Maybe affluence might be one. Let's check that out. Yes, so lesser affluence. So increases your strongholds gold elixir lumber production speed by 1%. Now once again, that is something that is probably used the most, because every second, whether you are online or offline, this your production buildings in your stronghold are generating loot for you. Now the problem with that is it may not be generating very much for you, depending on what your upgrade is. So I'll leave that up to you guys if you consider that higher than some of the others on the priority list that we've talked about. But to me, it's still lower than that treasure hunting. And maybe I'm biased, I don't know. But still, I still think it's better, or not as good as the treasure hunting. So we'll just keep going on here. I'm trying to be very careful not to accidentally get rid of my dragon, because you'll see me cry for real on the show if that ever happens. So just keep on moseying on. Release. So those have already been opened, so we'll get to these. Make sure we do the ones that only say hatch. Wow, the entire crew got wiped out. Looks like Stinkpot hired some extra snipers for that mission, so stink bombs are no good. You got Irul especially. She has been the femme fatale on raiding my vault, and I'm like, all right, I need to train my snipers a lot harder. So I spent the last 2 weeks, going to the sniping range with them and just make them better, more proficient at marksmanship. So that's probably why you guys lost, because I've been devoting a lot of resources into making my bodyguards of the vault better protective of my resources. So sorry, but nobody got any that time. So let's see, we'll go find some others. Okay, hatch. So Stefan, you only have 40, but don't fret, my friend. Every second that you stay in the live chat, you're accumulating stink bombs. So if you wait a couple of minutes and type it again, you'll see that number go up. So Ice Blast, Blizzard Breath, Ferocity, Alacrity, and Mech Predation. Nothing that I want to deal with there. Any more eggs left? There's some eggs. Alright, let's open all these up. Okay, Thunderclap, Strength, Fortitude, yep, still. We're starting to get a lot of repeat skills now. So, yeah. Hyper Beam, Plasma Strike, Fortitude, Alacrity, True Shot, Aura. I meant to make a spreadsheet of all these skills, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. So I would imagine if you just Google it, someone already has all the available skills ready to go. So let's see here. Let's open up a couple more, and then we'll go in. Oh, you have, what does this say? You have reached the maximum number of baby dragons. Alright, so I guess I have to release some of them. So let's see how many we have here. Okay, so those are all eggs. Let me get back to here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So apparently, excuse me, 15 baby dragons is all you can hold at any given time. So now we are going to have to release, let's see. Yeah, we'll release all these ones here. And we'll get some soul fire and some dragon glass back from releasing them. So it's always good to release them if you don't want them. I just keep on to them just so I can show you guys all this stuff. So we'll go ahead and just release. Wish they need a bulk release for this specific occasion, because I'm being very particular. I'm going real slow because I don't want to get too clicky happy and accidentally put one of the dragons in there. And I don't know if there is a warning message or not, but I'm just not taking the chance. And the amount of dragon glass really isn't a whole lot. So I mean, 2 dragon glass is hardly anything. So, and we're dwindling down here. Dwindling down. Then we'll open up the rest of our eggs and move on. Are there any questions about the game while you guys wait? Nook, welcome to the show, my friend. Good to have you aboard. I have a legendary Jade Dragon that I'm holding on to. What? Any reason in particular, Nook, that you're holding on to that one? So these are epic dragons that I'm releasing now. So the amount you get back is doubled if you haven't noticed that. Alright, release. Release. Release the hounds. Not a very good impression. Baby Onyx, release. Alright, so now we're back to our dragons. Dragon eggs, I should say, and we can just open these suckers up. Yep, nothing there. So you guys get the point. I'm not going to sit here and do all of these, but you guys get the point of what you're looking for, right? So we're going to focus on my dragon now. So once you've decided, okay, I want Dragon X, now you need to come into the abilities and figure out, okay, what am I going to focus on of all these? And if you haven't paid attention, you're going to know I'm not focusing on any of the combat related abilities. I'm focusing all on the non-combat abilities, because I think over the long term, you'll get a much better value out of those non-combat abilities as you will out of the combat abilities. And Casca, welcome to the show, my friend. Good to have you here. A lot of drama this week on server 1237, but I'm still here, trying to stay positive and give you guys a good show. So let's keep talking about dragons. So my #1 skill, I haven't found a skill that I like better than this one, and it's one we've already talked about. But my #1 skill is going to be Greater Treasure. It's an epic ability, and what that sucker does is it increases the amount of gold, elixir, and lumber you receive from dungeons by 25.6%. And the only reason it's 25.6% is because I've heavily invested into it. You can see I'm rank 32, and that's only the tip of the iceberg for me. As I look down further in the skill tree, there's some really juicy skills that I'm looking to get a hold on to. So I've already, if you look at rank 2, Eternal Insight, I'm getting a research upgrade speed of 10% from this skill just by getting it to, what is that, rank 24, I guess? Yeah, I think it's 24. And now I'm working to get it to rank 36, which will give me an additional 30% lumber from dungeons. So that will go on top of the 25.6 at the top. So by the time I get to 36, which is 4 more ranks, I'll be getting probably between 50 and 60% extra lumber, and then probably 30% everything else. So to me, guys, that is hands down the best skill I have come across in regards to finding my perfect dragon. And right now, this is my perfect dragon. So I am sticking with this. And then if that wasn't enough for you guys, look at rank 60. It gives you an extra 5 minutes of free building rush. And then 72, you know, catches up with the lumber and gives you elixir 30%. So I don't know, if you guys have a better skill than this out here, please, please, please tell me what it is in the live chat right now. And if you got whoever shows me one that's better than this one, I'll give you 500 stink bombs. So because I just want to know what's going on there. So greater treasure hunting, and then I have another skill. Where was it at? See, I started to go into these combat ones, but you know, I decided, you know what, I need to stop doing those and get on these non-combat ones. So I also have this logistical acumen. I go into that one. That one is the resource wagons that we were talking about. So once I max this out, I might go into that one, but I haven't decided because, like I said, if you put more loot in those escort carts, you're just giving away a lot more loot to the enemy, and I don't know if that's a world I want to start getting into. So I am focusing exclusively on the greater treasure hunting as of right now. So, whew. Yes, Nook, we are merging servers. That is, it's not official as far as I know, because it doesn't become official until you go to your email and find an email from Lilith Games that says you are scheduled to be server merged, blah 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 blah. So everyone knows it's coming, and you can go look at the list of servers and see slowly the ones below us in number are starting to be merged. So that's why everybody says the server merge is coming, because our server number is almost up, ready for the merge. So who knows when it's actually going to be, but everybody seems to think it's coming soon. So there we have it. So blah blah, and we're number 2 in power around. Yeah. Alright, so good stuff there. I'm not going to really talk so much about the specifics of the server merge, because I think we did that, what, 2-3 episodes ago. So tonight we're just going to focus all on the dragons and what we can do. So let me get back to my super secret layer here and abilities. So I can go ahead and upgrade it one more if I want to get it up to rank 33, but there's really no point. Actually, there is a good comparison I want to do. So if anybody is on 1237 server, let me know. So whoever wants to assist me, I could use one volunteer to help me, because I want to test one thing and show you guys one thing. So let me know out there if you're interested in doing a quick test with me. And I'm going to head on over to the next abandoned temple. And let's see, let's go to, this is my kingdom here. There we go, we'll go there. Please don't, I will just quit. What are you talking about, Nook? If a server merge happens, it's a server merge. We can't really control it, you know? We don't decide if we merge or not. And we don't really decide which servers we merge with. It's all decided for us. So here's what I want to test, Casca. If you want to help me with this test, head on over to Davos, and but only head on over to Davos if you have the Subterranean Maze quest available, or dungeon available, because the test I want to do is I want someone that doesn't have this greater treasure hunting skill do the quest and tell me how much loot they get, and then I'll go in there and loot and do the same, because it says I'm supposed to get 25.6%, so I want to test and make sure that's an accurate statement, and before we go on. So that's just a quick little test that I want to do. So if you're interested in doing that, for whoever helps me, I will give them 500 stink bombs for your efforts. So I'm heading to Davos, and I'm ready to test. Looks like somebody needs some troops. Oh, and another thing, I'm gonna give these to DBH, but yeah, okay. So one thing that came on my free chest, look guys, I got level 9 gold mechs last week. I was so happy to see those. I really wish they would have been the rocket blasters, but these are just, they're excellent tanks, you know, so it's, instead of me worrying about having some, what are they called? Oh gosh, some scorpions around, I can use these guys instead of the scorpions if I so wish. So I'll go ahead and loan them to DBH for the moment. And let's see, cards win. Fairlian. Yay. Excuse me. So waiting for our first volunteer. In the meantime, let's do another mini game. This one is called Challenge. So let's see who wagered the most on Vault Assault. Let's see. We have let me go back up here. Vault Assault. Nook did 90. Stefan tried to do 1,000, but they didn't have 1,000. iRoll did 250. Stefan did 40. Kevin did 50. So since iRoll wants to be greedy, we're just gonna go ahead and try to get some of her stink bombs back. Let's see if this works. Maybe I typed it wrong. Oh, Chris, I coulda sworn. Oh nope, I always type that wrong. Dang it, because I put iRule on it and it's not iRule. All right, so let's try this again. There we go. Let me get some of this. So haven't seen any volunteers show up yet, and let's see. Yeah, we'll still wait. See how it goes. The fight between Chris and iRoll Stinkpot Studios has begun. Who will be the champion? We head into the arena. You can hear our weapons clashing, sparks flying in all directions. Suddenly, a sandstorm erupts. The dust finally settles, and oh crap. That is crap. Congratulations. Oh well. Looks like Kevin wants to do another Vault Assault, so we'll get that one going as well. It's only fair because you beat me last time. Alright, so any volunteers at all to help me with this Davos mission, or if you don't have Davos available, tell me where to go, because I really want to test this out and see if it really is 25.6% increase. So Sunday we're going to be doing Fortnite. It wouldn't be a show, iRoll, if I didn't give my stinking subscribers a hard time, so it's alright. If you aren't a stinking subscriber, please consider subscribing to the Stinkpot Shack Show. We have pretty much stalled out on subscribers lately, and I would really love it if we could get to 400 before my birthday. My birthday is in August, so if we can get to 400 before then, I would be ecstatic. That could be a good way to give you guys my birthday present this year. Get me to 400, because you know why? Well, I'll tell you why on my birthday. So, let's see. We still don't have anybody around. Hey, Simo. Welcome to the show, my friend. Question from Simo says, can you tell me when the new server will open? A brand new server? Like any server, like the very next one? Is that what you're talking about, Simo? Or are you talking about a server merge? Congratulations, Nook. You barely cracked the vault and got away with 80 stink bombs. Okay, so brand new server. So the easiest way to tell this is to click on your picture in the top left, hit realms, and hit new realms. And there you go. There's all the new realms right there. The only thing I don't know is how long that new tag stays on there. I know it's at least a week. So $12.95. If $12.95 isn't like day one new, then I would just keep checking this every single day, because the next server is going to be $12.96, and I would say within a week or so it's going to open up. So if you want a day one server, that's where to look, Simo. Otherwise, have fun on $12.95. Profit of 30, not bad at all. Yeah, it's going to be really hard to be first, Simo, because unless you live in the same time zone that Lilith Games lives in, it's going to be really hard to be like the very first person on the server, or even the first handful of people. Because one thing that's irritating for me is every time this game puts out an update, it seems like I get the push to my device. I'm like one of the last people. So sometimes I have to wait almost up to 24 hours. So even though the server may have been available for a while, you may not be able to get in it because of the server update. So there is no strict timeline. I don't have any insider info on that. That's the best guess on how I would, if I was one to join a brand new server, that's how I would do it, Simo. I would come here every single day, wait for $12.96 to open, and punch it. Now keep in mind, there really is no huge advantage to being first on a server, because unless you're one of those guys that's going to spend $50,000 to be the #1 person on that server, then it really doesn't matter when you start playing, because if you don't pay the money, you're going to get behind really fast. So unfortunately, that's Art of Conquest's biggest downfall, is it is pay to win. So I wouldn't focus so much about being first on the server. So he says his server merged and trying to kill the game. Yeah, I agree with you there, man. And they're on our server, they're on my old server. That's one of the reasons why I came to 1237, is because I was competitive I was on server 51, one of the very first servers. And that was last year sometime. And I played every single day. I played 8 hours or more every single day. But once the server got to be about 3-4 months old, it didn't matter what I did. I slowly kept going further and further down on the ladders, because I wasn't spending the money. So if you want to be competitive on any server, you're going to have to spend the money. On this 1237 server that I'm on now, I am number 9 in the kingdom, and I am number 101 overall. I spend at least minimum $20 to $30 a month on this game, and I am not moving. I've been right around top 100 on the server, and I have been top 10 on the kingdom for about 2 months now. I can't get any higher, and I have to keep spending money so I don't go any lower. So that's unfortunately where the state of the game is, my friend. So good luck to you on your new server quest. But that's it. If you're a casual player, then just treat it as a casual player. Be a casual player, and don't worry about where you are on the leaderboards, and just try to find a house that has people that spends crazy amounts of money on it, so they can kind of help you do some Siege PvP and help you do things that you want to do, so the game is playable for you. But like I said, I can keep talking about that all night, and it's not going to make any of us feel better. That's just how this game is. Whew. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Good point, iRule. They spend, yeah, 10,000. Yep. I do notice I have started on servers that have already been existing, and going from 0k power to 100k power, that is probably the longest time you'll have, because even though your building times are insanely fast, the value of those researches isn't very much. So it's going to take you really probably 2 or 3 weeks to get your first 100k power, but then the momentum picks up and it goes faster and faster, and the research gets longer and longer. So I'm at, what, let's see, I'm going to stronghold level 28 as we speak, and all of my research upgrades are over 24 hours long. But the good news about that is I gain like 2-3k power just from one research upgrade, whereas in the beginning that's just not going to happen. So, you know, you progressively get more power the longer you play the game. But like I said, if you're focused on being the best on the server, have a 6-figure job, because that's what's going to take, or a good trust fund. So there we have it. I think I've beat that to the bush enough. So anybody here want to help me with my test, please let me know, and I'll give you 500 stink bombs. So I'm just waiting for somebody. If not, I will I'll help myself. Let's see, I'll put a time limit on it now, so I'll give you guys 2 minutes to have someone help me out here. Otherwise, I'll just go ahead and do it myself. 2 minutes of counting if you want 500 stink bombs. In the meantime, we are going to do another mini game. Which one have we not done tonight? Oh, I know. This mini game is undefeated. Nobody has ever beat any of our bosses, so good luck. This one is a free one to join, so good luck. So 1 minute on this dungeon. And let's see here. 1 minute and counting. I'm going to scream at Peaches, so I'm going to mute you guys for just a second because I need her help. Oh wait, Nook showed up. Yeah, I didn't think anybody was coming to help me, so I just needed you to grab my other phone. But since Nook is here, ready to go, I guess he's gonna help me. So what we're talking about is my greater treasure hunting skill on my dragon. How I say it's better to focus on non-combat skills for your dragon as opposed to combat. So currently my dungeon reward is an extra 25.6% loot. So we're going to test that. So Nook, do you have this subterranean one right here available to complete? Davos. Alright, Nook, go ahead and complete it and tell me, type in what loot you got. Or put a screenshot of the loot you got in game, and I'll look at it there. But I just need to know what the loot totals are for that one. If you want to do the pillage thing for easy, that'd probably be easiest, but I ain't going to make you use your pillage resources if you really don't want to, so. Here we go. Secret Games. Ah, Peaches won again. No one can beat the boss. The boss is undefeated. Man, I wish I had been keeping track of how many they've won. People are gonna, wow, eye rolling, everybody's here now. Since in game, let's check this out. Nook. So, alright. So the loot from this one, guys, is, let me write this down. Because I am going to do a little bit of math here in a second. So Nook, and I'm only going to focus on the resources, guys. So, oh, you got different. It's random. Well, that's not going to be a very good test if it's random. So Nook got 13 blood, 1178 lumber.
And it depends how many stars you have, too.
And that's it. Yeah, I forgot about that. It does. How many stars do you have? Guess it ain't going to tell you now.
Yeah, it is.
Mine is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5 stars.
That's what mine was.
So what did you get?
1450 wood and 17 mithril.
1450 wood and how much mithril? 17. All right, so here we go. Let's see what I get from it. Because I just had another thought. That's why you guys saw me deep in thought there. Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy. Oh wait, that's probably copyrighted. Can't say it. No, I didn't say that. Stinkpot. I said Stinkpot. So we're gonna use our army. We'll take our dragon. I wonder if it gives it. It should give it if the dragon's not on there, because it's just an ability. So we'll take the dragon out and see how this goes.
For glory!
So you guys, your lumber was pretty spot on. It was about 1100 lumber. So we'll hopefully use that as a barometer. So if you guys, let's use that as a standard. So if you guys get 1100 wood,
the bigger they are, the harder
25% of that.
Long live Silverwing!
Should be like 5 billion or something. I don't know. 25% of that's going to be 275. So 1100. So I should get somewhere between 1300 and 1400. Let's see. Nobody died, right?
I got 1400.
You did?
1450.
Okay, so we'll just see how it goes. We'll see what I get. Of course, I don't get any wood. But I did get 2,000 gold, so I'm pretty sure you can interchange that with the lumber. So that seems to be right. So if Peaches says she got 1,400, what's 25% of that? That's going to be about three something probably. I'm trying to use the Windows calculator, and I keep fat fingering it. Yeah, so 25% of 1,400 is 350, so that'd be 1,750. So yeah, that's at least 25% I'm getting. So if you multiply that, guys, 25%, so you get an extra, we'll say an extra 300 resource. And look at all these available dungeons out here. I don't know how.
All you have to do is probably look at this, right?
Yeah, that's another good point. I can look at that as well. So if I look at my quest log, what am I doing wrong? Quest log. So Peaches has all her lumber ones. So you gotta look at the same stars too. Yeah. 1, 2. Let me just compare.
First one's 6.5.
We're just trying to figure this out real quick, guys. So, blood diamond. What's your blood diamond? 6.5 stars. Yeah, it's hard to compare because our stars are all different. This is all jacked up. 16 to my 19. So yeah, you get 16 blood diamonds. I get 19 blood diamonds for an extra 25%. That's about right.
Yeah.
So the point is, guys, what I'm trying to talk about is any amount of loot you get in the game, if you can multiply it by 25%, we were talking about earlier with Simo about how you have to pay to compete. Well, doing stuff like this is going to allow you to not spend as much money, because if you are focused on, you know, loot increase caps and stuff like that, you're going to gain on them faster. So, like I said, probably about a month or so ago, what you need to do is, if you're interested in climbing the ranking, the ladder system, the leaderboards, find someone that's near you on it and just keep an eye on their power. And as a week or two goes by, pay attention to the person in front of you and go, am I catching this person or not? If you're not catching this person, then you start to pay attention to, okay, how much faster are they gaining power than I am? And that's how you can start to figure out if you're going to be able to compete on these leaderboards and get more loot. Because you look at me, I have 1.1 million gold, and I can't seem to get rid of it because I am getting so much loot doing the dungeons and everything else. Now, I'm not saying my loot totals at top are exclusively because of that 25% increase, but it's definitely helped me to bridge that gap between all the pay-to-win people out there. So when I talk about building the perfect dragon or finding the perfect dragon, guys, that is what I think you guys need to focus on. Find one, and I just happened to get lucky and found a legendary dragon that had the purple ability. I need to find one that has a better ability than that, but you know, I don't know. Once I get this dragon up to 72, this 25% is probably going to be closer, I would say, to 50-60%, and then I get 30% wood on top of that. So
yeah, I'm doing that with gold.
When it's all said and done, certain resources I'm probably going to have 100% gain on, or real close to it. So stuff like that, just be smarter. If you don't have the money or don't want to spend the money, then do stuff like this to be a smarter player and help you compete. And Simo asks, am I good at PvP? The answer is a resounding heck no. I suck at PvP. That's my weakest point in the game right now. The last time I did PvP, I won. I fought a Lich player. I'm Lich, and I fought a Lich player that was probably 20 to 30k lower than me, and I barely beat him. If you want to learn how to be better at PvP, I have a couple people on this server that help me get to where I need to be. So I'm getting better at PvP, but it's certainly not my strong suit. So if you go back probably about 5 or 6 videos, look on my channel in the Art of Conquest archives playlist. We have a PvP video we did a few weeks ago, and it'll tell you how to become better. And it starts with your hero stats and your gear. So go watch that video if you're interested in becoming better at PvP. And Simo, if you're good at PvP, then let me know. Yeah, Lich, that's why I went Lich, because I wanted to get better at PvP. So yeah, good stuff. Yeah, Peaches is like, she's about that same power on another server, because like I said, we're on server 51 originally, and I got my guy around 900k power on that. And on this server, I've been here probably, I don't know, 4 months, I would say. I've been on this server, and I'm up to 630k power. So yeah, that's about it. Any other questions out there? Yeah, heroes are a must, Nook. You gotta be working on your heroes, their stats, if you want to be good in PvP. These stats here is what I'm talking about. Those 4 at the top. Get those suckers as high as you can, and focus on crafting to get their gear up. So yeah, lots of good stuff. Thanks for all the questions, guys. And thanks for Nook. I'm going to give you 500 stink bombs right now. Let me get to my thing, because you helped me figure that out. So let me give you 500 stink bombs. If I can find you on my list. I guess I'll search for you. Nook. There you are. So you had 927, excuse me, stink bombs, and now you're gonna have 1,400. I almost gave you 14,000. Man, that would have been a big problem. So there you are. now you enjoy your new stink bombs, Nook. Thanks for helping me out. So what? The purple and gold. Oh, that hero. I don't. Rufio does not have very good gear, so yeah, it's still a work in progress. But Rufio is not my best geared player. I would have to say my best geared person is. I don't know. I guess it's a toss-up. They're all. I really like this set here, the Lionheart set. Yeah, this is the one. Jacques is my best geared hero, and that's the Bloodthorn Rapier and the Flawless Aeronaut's Jacket. So that's not really a divine item, it's just flawless. And then we go back to Rufio, and I'll show you that item you inquired about. This one here is the Flawless Dragon's Bane. So yeah, it's not a divine. I have a couple divines sitting in my inventory. Where are they at? There they are, which I've gotten from the events. One's the Tectonic Great Axe. So Simo, do you have any tips on what hero that should be for? I was thinking about putting him on Rufio since it does damage mitigation, but I don't know, maybe he's a Gafgar kind of guy. I don't know what's the best hero to put that sucker on. I do not have all heroes. I don't have enough money to get all the heroes right now, but I definitely have more heroes than the average player, I would say anyway. So that is a stamina weapon, the Tectonic Great Axe. And this other one sitting here is the Gear Wheel Gavel. He will deploy bonus allied siege weapons, attack 10% faster. So obviously, if you're a dwarf race, that would be a good for you. If you're a Grimm's guy or a Nora guy, that would be a good weapon for you. Anything siegey would be a good weapon for you. Or if you just want to pump up someone's might, since it's not a unique weapon, you could pump up someone's might, because that's 14 might sitting right there. So if anybody has any suggestions for which heroes these guys should go on, let me know, and I'll try them out. But I have a lot of legendaries just sitting down here. I haven't really gone through them. The Island's Crown is probably the best looted legendary you can get, because it has the highest command value of any legendary I have seen, non-crafted, I'll say. Any looted legendary, Island's Crown seems to be the best for command. Anything else that stands out here? Let's take a look. No, that's crafted. So yeah, not too much else sitting there. Bane, okay. So the Great Axes for Bane. Worst $9.99 ever spent was on Bane. That brings me to a good point. If your first hero is always $9.99, then of course the price goes up from there. So always, 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 in my opinion, always spend the first $9.99 on Jacques, because Jacques can only be obtained from the shop. So if you don't get him first, then you're going to be spending a pretty penny to get him later. So he does not appear in the rotation of the hero chest. Jacques is the only one that does not. And Gear Gavel, we've already talked about that one. So there you guys have it. Yeah, Jacques was a good choice for you, wasn't it, Nook? So we are at the hour mark, guys. Sunday we got Fortnite coming up. So I do believe Irul and her sister are joining us back for another squad session. Is Irul, if you're on, can you confirm? I don't know. If not, we'll be doing duo action with Zoid. So also in Clash of Clans news, our clan Late for Supper is now doing 24/7 clan wars. We're starting off with just 5v5, and we'll go from there if we increase it. So if you're interested in Clash of Clans, clan wars all the time, every day, come visit us at Late for Supper, all one word, in Clash of Clans. And I got the pigs in Clash Royale. I unlocked them today, so I'm going to be busy leveling them up. But keep in mind, guys, next Tuesday is July 3rd, July 4th Eve, whatever you want to call it, and there will not be a stream that day because it's so close to the holiday. I'm going to be enjoying it, so I hope you guys enjoy it too. But before that gets here, we will see you guys Sunday for some Fortnite action. I am horrible at it, but I'm trying to get better for you guys, so we'll see you then. Have a good night, everybody. Man. Cough, cough, cough. Gag, gag, gag. See you guys Sunday for Fortnite.